Hey everybody, and welcome back to Parsnips and Parsimony. My name is Janelle. I am so excited to be doing a video today as part of a collaboration with the CROCKTOBER Extravaganza collaboration. It is going to be a blast. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We're a family of 10, and today I'm going to be bringing one of my favorite crockpot recipes for spicy pinto beans. Please check out our host channels, Amanda from The Beals, as well as Lisa from Sutton's Days. I also have a playlist for all of the Crocktober recipes, so be sure to check that out. There will be a new recipe every day for the month of October, ending the month of October with a sweet treat section. Ooh, that sounds so good. So here we go, let's get cooking. First things we're gonna start with is a pound of pinto beans. Now we buy our pinto beans in 25-pound containers. So if you're buying your beans in bulk, that's the equivalent of 3 cups of pinto beans. If you're not using those 1-pound packages, that's the equivalent here. You can see we use these food storage containers to store our beans. These have revolutionized my kitchen, keeping things organized and bug-free. That's a really important thing when you're buying in bulk. So I'm going to take these beans, I'm going to give them a quick rinse, check for any dirt, stones, pebbles, anything like that. I'm going to take it out and I'll be right back. Just a quick sneak peek at these Cambro containers to see how useful they are. Right here we have, you can see how we designed this cabinet to hold the Cambros. They come in a lot of different sizes. This is a 6-quart, this is a 4-quart, and then they even have these tinier ones here that they just stack beautifully and they keep the bugs out. So, you know, if you haven't invested into the Cambro containers, and this is not a sponsored post, check them out. They've been the most revolutionizing thing for my kitchen and buying in bulk. I will link a video to how we actually store all of our bulk food if you guys are interested in seeing that. All right, so I've got my beans all washed and drained. I'm gonna just throw those right in my crock pot. And I wanna make sure that you guys understand how easy this is. There's no soaking involved in these. So if you're just pushed for time and you forgot to soak your beans, you don't need to worry about it. You can soak these the night before if you want. It'll make the cooking time a lot quicker on the day that you're cooking them, but if you haven't done that, no problem. All right, so now we need to take 1 small onion. I don't like a huge onion in this, I just like a small onion. Go ahead and remove the skin, and then finally chop this up. Let's see if this strong one's gonna make me cry or not. Oh yeah, oh boy. This bag that we got from Aldi is so strong. Did you find that the other night, Art?
Yes, I did. Yes, I was trying to.
Oh, it's already making me cry. I suppose you could put this in a mini chopper, but I don't like dishes. I don't like extra dishes, so doing it this way is really just as fast. You just have to sometimes deal with tears. We're going to toss this right in the pot here. And if you guys don't like as much onion, go ahead and cut that down to a half. That's not going to be the end of the world. We just like it. Just 1 small one is good. While I'm dealing with spicy, I'm going to use 1 small jalapeno pepper. If you're sensitive to these, use gloves. 1 small jalapeno pepper doesn't bother me. So I'm just going to go ahead and chop the top off. Now, you can leave the seeds if you want, or you can remove them, depends on how.
Leave them in, I like those.
All right, Art wants them left in.
It makes it a lot more spicy.
And I'm not going to chop these up too fine because I want my kids to be able to pick these out if they don't want to eat them.
And then they'll give them to me and I'll eat them.
Yeah, and Art will eat them, so there, we'll just leave those in little rounds and toss those in. There you go, Art, that's for you.
I'll enjoy it.
Wow. We have our onion, our jalapeno pepper in here. We've got the beans. Now we're going to add 8 cups of water into our beans here. Oh, that's a lot of water. If you want to use chicken broth instead of water, you certainly can do that. What I'm going to be doing to this is adding chicken bouillon here. I will tell you, this is my absolute favorite. If you guys haven't tried the Watkins chicken bouillon, it is by far the best. I grew up using this as a kid. It is just the flavor combination rounds everything out beautifully. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the chicken bouillon, add it right to the pot. Super fast and easy, guys. I'll put links for the Cambro containers and also for this chicken bouillon if you want to check that out for yourself. All right, so we have the chicken bouillon. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of garlic powder, and yes, I do buy the industrial size garlic powder. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to give this a stir in just a minute. So, 3 tablespoons of chili powder. Whoop. 1, 2. Oh, it's gonna be close. We're close enough to 3, and that's good. 1½ teaspoons of ground cumin. I love cumin. We eat a lot.
I do too. Add a little extra in there for me.
Okay, 1, and it's supposed to be a half, but it's gonna be closer to 2. Just for you, Art. And then we need 1½ teaspoons of paprika. 1½ Let's see, and then the spicy one. This one, if you have kids, you can tame this down a little bit. I'm going to do approximately 3/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. This is what's going to give it some bite. And if you want to adjust it, absolutely go ahead. My kids are pretty good about spicy stuff. They've had to get used to it as they've grown up. And now we're just going to stir this all up. Smell that. Oh, they smell so good. We need smell-o-vision. Do you know that?
Oh yeah, it does smell
It
good.
does smell really good.
Yeah.
And that's literally it. I'm going to put it on high because I'm pushing time here for my dinner. So I'm going to put it on high and let it cook for about 8 hours, and then I'm going to test it. It may need to go longer, but you just have to play with it. It depends on what kind of crock pot you have and its overall temperature. Every crock pot's a little bit different. If you don't have a crock pot and you would like to get a crock pot, over on Facebook, I'll put a link in the description, we have a Crocktober Facebook group where we're posting all of these videos, the recipes, and most exciting, we're doing 4 weeks of giveaways. So we are giving away crock pots. So if you don't have one, jump over to that Facebook page, join it, and enter to win a crock pot or an Instant Pot. Every week it's going to be a new giveaway, so check that out. Another great place to find crock pots if you don't have one are garage sales, thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. There are a lot of crock pots out there that people have and they don't use. So if you're looking to stretch your budget a little bit, some of those used places are a really good place to find a used crock pot. This was actually given to me. This is, oh, we got it when we moved in here, Art, and we've been here 15 years. So this is 15 years old, this crock pot. It's a little worse for the wear. It got a little close to the fire one day and it melted. Oops. But things like that happen. It still works. The cover's broken a little bit. It is still good to go. So check out used crock pots. We're all about saving money here. And if you've never used one and you don't know if you're going to use it, don't necessarily buy new. I don't ever advocate for necessarily buying new. Find a used one, try it out, and then if you don't use it, you can just pass it on without a huge financial implication. They're not that expensive. What is it, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, depending on what you get. They're not that expensive. For me, it's such a helpful tool because you can do so many things. My crock pot roast in here is, oh, fabulous. I mean, I love my crock pot and I love my Instant Pot, and Art is back there smiling away because I love food.
Yes, she does.
Food is my love language. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in, cook it away. We'll be back when this is all done and you can see the finished product. Put that in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on high. The little light comes on indicating it's cooking, and we're just gonna let that set.
I'm gonna open it up one more time.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
Smells good.
It's been 6.5 hours, and I checked the beans, and they are done. They cooked fast today. And I told you, sometimes with beans, you just can't tell if it's gonna take 6 hours, if it's gonna take 12 hours. These are new beans that I purchased maybe a month and a half ago, so that may have something to do with it. But let me show you what they look like in there. Don't those look good? So if I want to let these get a little bit thicker, I can just let them sit here and they're gonna absorb even more water. But you can see a lot of that water already got absorbed into the pot. And oh, Art, they look so good.
Yes, they do.
Smell good and taste good too. So at this point, I would add your salt. You might have noticed from the recipe that we did not add the salt at the beginning of the recipe, and that's because when you add salt to beans at the beginning of cooking, it gets them really tough and yeah, it's not good. So always season them afterwards. I tasted these, they were a little bland, so we're gonna add about a teaspoon. Do it to your taste. We love beans and cornbread as a easy supper, but we've also been working outside. Let me show you some of the things we got in our garden today. So this is what we ended up getting out of our fall garden. We got 20 some odd pounds of tomatoes. What was it, about 10 ounces, 12 ounces of beans?
Yeah, about 10 ounces of that, about 23 pounds of tomatoes. I think it was a little over 10
little
pounds
over 10 pounds of potatoes. So this is what we ended up picking today. It has been really crazy, and I am so extremely thankful for my crock pot. It just makes life a little bit easier when it comes for dinner time, when you're on a Saturday and you're cooking and you're doing the garden. So that's it. In the description below you'll find a link for a printable version of this recipe if you guys want to give it a try. I hope you will. And don't forget to head over to the Facebook group, the Crocktober Extravaganza collaboration page, where you can enter the giveaways and get a lot of inspiration for some great crock pot recipes and Instant Pot. I don't want to forget the Instant Pot. And also tomorrow's video will be over on Frida Home, and it will be a keto pumpkin sausage soup. It sounds really good. You'll find all those links and a playlist for everything down in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know over on the community page if you tried the beans, if you like them, and we'll see you for our next video. Bye! Can you say yummy? Can you say yummy?
Can you show the viewers me?
Yummy.